Psych. WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST. Bet you thought we in this motherfucker.
I rose from the dead.
WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST episode 12. We have Hypnotic. We have Fireball. We have Jack.
I had
Apple.
No, I'm just
Wow. You really is trying to do that? Like, we have Hypnotic, Fireball, and Jack Apple. We also have some Coca-Cola. We have a couple of chasers here because, you know, the liquor burns.
Spoiler alert.
Liquor burns.
And open it.
The deceit. Deceit. How dare you? That was off camera. And it was like 20 minutes ago. So, chill out.
I had to.
What he is talking about? What he is talking about,
Sis,
guys?
Come on,
Somebody was gonna have to bring it up. Somebody had to bring it up.
Okay, so this is a new bottle of Coca-Cola. We had a bottle that was already open. Josh said it might be flat. It's been in my car. So it was like less, you know, like it was down. It was
shook up to death. So I was like, I know the feel's gone. No, it is.
So I shook it up to see, and then I unscrewed the cap because I was going to listen for a psst, which was going to tell me if the pop was flat or not.
Dun, dun, dun.
So when I twisted the cap and I had shaken up the bottle, it was proceeding to spray. And I caught it in time, but I mean, my arm got wet, the table got wet. But like,
Coca-Cola.
if I would have twisted it just a little more, it would have been real ugly. But
Now, she has an ear up to it, and I'm looking at her from this angle, and I'm like, oh, she doesn't hear it coming up. She doesn't hear it coming up.
I didn't.
Woo!
I did not.
Mentos.
And hold on, let me cue up our sounds for today.
She's queuing up sound. So today on today's WEI'S World DRUNKCAST.
Wow.
I can't fucking talk. On today's WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST, these are our subjects. Landlords are asking for that punani if you can't pay your rent-tanny. Man commits murder after being released from jail the day prior.
Released from Dale.
I'm from Dale. I always say from Dale. Calm down.
Wait.
Hold on. Wow, don't fucking do that. And finally on today's topics. No, she's not gonna see. And finally on today's donkey, the racist TikTok that is spreading around the internet and being covered
brought
by
up
everybody.
the Coca-Cola story.
We
and that was off
are
camera.
media. We are media.
Sorry.
Every brand of media is covering this racist TikTok story, and we are going to cover it here on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST. As usual, I try to give you all the facts as I filter through. As I filter through the bullshit that my co-stars try to bring to the table.
Oh,
So I have it ready. The normal clip, like the clip that be ready for whatever is ready. Yes, sir. Wait, hold on. Matter of fact, no. Got some here. But here on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST, we always ask one thing of you. One thing. And we hope that you do it with us. That is, take a shot with us.
I'm trying to keep the damn sound.
What are y'all thinking about?
What is going on
Everybody
right now?
y'all thinking-
Who said dick?
Damn.
Oh my
My
goodness.
syllable was damn. His
Mine
was
was
dick.
mine was
You said,
dial.
I think you dick.
Mine said dial.
Dick. His
do
was
the
dick.
dick.
Mine was dial.
Alright, well, let me get my. Alright,
What is wrong with you?
Keep the dick. Look, y'all, go back and look, and I want to see what her mouth was. That?
That.
By the way,
Dick.
in the beginning of this, let's just go ahead and throw this out there because we're not gonna say this for the end. We still have $75 out there for you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Part 1, let us know what was the first topic that JB introduced. Number 2. I forgot what number 2 was.
He said, y'all know that brand that Clover.
I forgot what number 2 was. And matter of fact, and that was number 3. Number 3 was, let us know what number 2 was, and then if you can tell us what number 2 is, then you got the full 75. It's not a hard system. No, we didn't. We said number 3 was letting us know what the fuck number 2 was, because when we initially put up the other 25, we didn't know what the fuck number 2 was then. So that's the 3 criteria for you to win $75 via a VC card. No, but for real, I'm playing. No, but for real, you will win $75 if you can A, tell us what was the first topic that Jay Nasty ever introduced. Also, number 2, if you can let us know what the fuck number 2 was, you'll get that $25. And the number 3 is you get that $25 by letting us know what the fuck number 2 is. So you get a total. Did you just put my... Bro, you just fucked up my charger.
No,
moisture. My fucking charger be having moisture problems.
Pay me off, Johnny.
No, I didn't have it on the moist part.
What's not the moist part? It's a mouth. Everything is.
It was the USB mouth from the cigarette commercial, so it wasn't moist. That's what I was imitating.
You got toxic spit. I'm on your head now.
Wow.
That's from the venom coming out of your basilisk face. I'm on your. I'm on you now. You've been pissing me off.
Have I? You
Yes.
been pissing me off?
What, Mountain Man?
Boo.
No, you chuckled, so it was no boo. You want to keep going?
That was
You
like-
got something
no.
back? Because I'm on your face. Teeth. You want to keep You want to keep going with me? Stop playing with me, JB. Stop playing with me. I was not going to do this episode. I was trying to be a nice, civil person. But, as I said...
Pay me off, Johnny.
But, as I said, take a shot with us. We'll be right back here.
No.
Teeth. On the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST. Shut up. I'll be right back with you.
They heard the swallowing and
They heard
everything.
everything. They heard everything. And we are back here on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST, bringing you this flamethrower fire content that we always do. First thing on today's Dog Eat, landlords are asking for punani. So if you don't pay that rent tanny, you got to give up some of that punani. They're asking for the pum pum. Treat them girls that have hot the pum pum, like that type of pum pum. Like they're asking for it. If you don't have the money to pay them, if you don't give them their green, they want to get in between. It's that simple. And we have an article to actually give you some more details, courtesy of Shani the Shooter.
Whose phone is getting ready to die?
Ooh.
Like, can I get the cord for the iPad? Can you do like a technical?
No, we don't need to do a technical difficulty. While we, again, sorry about that, the Article is up. We just have to
Throw this damn charger away
You
because
gotta-
it is clearly broken.
Trash it. But she's, let me see here. Ooh. Me silly. Yeah, man. Could be that me silly. I don't know where the fuck this is.
All you have to do is read the damn titles.
It's 97 pages open. Who keeps 97 pages open on their phone?
What did you go to get it? Safari?
I went to Chrome. You have 97 pages open in Chrome.
You should have went to Safari.
Who does that?
I don't know what's open in Chrome. Like,
97 pages.
That's honestly Chrome be opening like when I be trying to like. It's like third party. So like when you go in an app or like you fill out something, or if I open an email, it opens up in Chrome. So that's probably all stuff from like me going out of my email into something else.
In the comments, can y'all please let me know how many pages in your Google Chrome, if you use it, or in any internet browser, do you have? Like, do you just let them just keep popping up and never take them away, or are you a constant deleter? I need to know. Stop playing with me on my platform. This is my stage. 5, 6, 7, 8.
No, hell No! You do not come in here and start singing a musical on my stage!
Terry, calm down.
No! If anyone's singing a musical number in this house, it's me! I will sing the Can-Can song from Irma la Douce and bring you to tears!
He'll do it. You better go now.
Ah! 5, 6, 7, 8! La 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 da 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 da.
Well, my weekend's shot. Thank you for this.
You're supposed to be with me with the piano sound, Shanice. This is supposed to be just a unquiet.
Wait, what did you want to play me out, Johnny?
Yes. It's too late. It's too late.
I-
It's too late. It's too late.
Sorry.
We passed the moment. The article now, man.
You know how long I was fucking doing that for? At least 2 minutes and 43 seconds, 43 seconds.
Okay, so we got
I
this.
saw you start off. I was gonna see like, we're gonna keep going the whole time. We're just gonna be a grizzly bear the whole time.
I'm gonna read the story. That's what I'm doing.
Chopped beef. I'm looking at you, beefsteak.
I'm looking at.
I'm looking at you.
Wow, it's in Gromit.
He look.
That was mine.
His. What were you about to say?
I'm about to call you a package act. What the fuck? Damn it! I had it.
Hey, off, Johnny!
Damn it! She's not being a good person tonight. Oh my
You
goodness.
guys are asking me to do
Your
this
thumb
so
gotta be ready.
fast.
Pow. It gotta be like quick.
Yeah, I did it. Like you got a
Perfect two, perfect play me a Johnny.
You gotta
Okay, so you talking all that shit. You gonna do the sounds of the next one.
You just gotta feel the vibes as they going. Like, where's this going? Is this going bad or is this going okay? Like, you gotta feel the vibes of where it's going. Most of your sounds if it's going bad, but
But it's also because I have to like go to a certain point in the video to like I be trying to get play me out, Johnny. I'm trying to get him saying that, and I always miss and just usually get the piano keys. But
Johnny like a little boy.
horrible. Like I was saying, though,
Okay, I got the
you
article.
look like a pack of Jack Link's beef jerky.
I got the
I'm
article
on
pulled
you.
up. I got the article pulled up. I got the article.
Yeah, he said that in episode 2, by the way, too.
I didn't. Not that whole thing.
No, not the whole thing. Not the whole thing. But
I actually extended.
I
that.
I got the
I didn't even study that time. No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, real.
I'm sorry.
I got a real slap.
I tapped him. I got him. I tapped. That was.
Oh.
I went, boop.
We do not condone violence.
We don't condone
It's
violence.
the Jack. It's the
No, it's not.
Jack.
Because he
It's
tried me. You're too complete the broadcast now. This is the Jay Shan show. This is it's okay.
Jishan?
Okay, so we got this from
Now you see how I feel.
we already know. So we don't have to address that every single time it happens.
Woo, Marisol.
I have the
I'm sorry.
MFN article pulled
I'm
up.
sorry. Go.
Shoot.
Ooh.
Okay, so we got this. So our source is the Shade Room, and it's saying that landlords are allegedly asking for sexual favors from tenants who cannot pay their rent during the coronavirus. 'Cause as you know, we are still at home, in the quarantine.
In the midst.
So let's see here. It says that there have been a lot of reports of sexual harassment by landlords. The numbers are increasing of these reports, apparently, about Americans who are struggling to pay rent during the coronavirus pandemic. Let's see here. There's been a lot of sexual harassment complaints. Organizations in several states, including Hawaii and Illinois, have reported seeing an increase in this sexual harassment complaints. Let's see here. So, the executive director of the Hawaii State Commission basically said that they've received more cases at our office in the last 2 days than they've seen in the last 2 years. One of those complaints came from a woman who said that she texted a landlord inquiring about a more affordable property, and he responded with a picture of his genitals. Another woman basically asked her landlord if she could pay her April rent once she was able to get employment. The landlord replied by telling her she could come over and spoon with him instead.
Ooh. Okay.
And those were just some of the complaints that were filed with the state of Hawaii.
So, I'm gonna say like that's enough right there for us to get a general understanding. So, who wanna jump it off? Again, this is a equal partnership here, so anybody can jump this off. What we doing here? Who got the first thoughts?
I mean, my thing is, this does not surprise me because I feel like there are definitely women that are going through tough times right now that have to make ends meet and have to do things to make those ends meet by any ways necessary. So having that in my mind, I'm like, okay, but so a lot of these landlords are being like pervy about it.
Yeah,
and that's what bothers me. Like, it's not like, they're the woman. I guess maybe my perception, and this could be flawed, so don't drag me. But like, I feel like maybe if the woman was like, if it was the woman being like, what else can I, like that, I'd be like, I'd feel a little less like weird. Does that make sense? Like it makes like I feel super weird that the landlord, that one in particular, responded with like his dick. Like,
take this peen.
I need some assistance paying my rent, and it's just like boom, my dick. Like, okay, whoa, calm down. Like, because I don't know, I can understand. I don't know.
Here's the thing, right? Fellas, you gotta motherfucking, you gotta put more money towards your penis. You can't be talking about your penis is worth $582 in rent. You gotta value your dick. Your dick gotta be like 10. I'm speaking up for the brothers right now. Your dick gotta be like 10,000 and above. It can't be worth 582, 647. Like you gotta have more pricey penis out here.
Or go about it a different way.
That's what's wrong with these females. We out here giving cheap dick. Like we pay for these dates. We spending more. We spending the grip on these dates.
Bro, don't do that.
So they value with poo nanny at the high. But fellas, we gotta price up this penis. We gotta price it up. It gotta be worth more. But all jokes aside, though, real shit.
That's pervy.
It's pervy as fuck.
Yeah.
It's pervy as fuck.
And that's your first reaction. Like, oh, I need help paying my rent. Oh, I'm sending you a dick pic. What the fuck?
And I hope I didn't like misconstrue what I was trying to say earlier about women. But I just like, I know, or I feel like that's somewhere there's been a woman that has slept with her landlord and got her rent.
But that's the thing, though. Like, in what instance are you saying? Are you saying in the instance of she actively went after that, or like she was like, hey, look, if you let me slide on the rent, then I'll give you some of this poo nanny rather than.
I'm saying the situation.
Her intentions were even that.
No. What I'm asking is, there's two different ways that can happen.
Well, yeah.
Either the landlord is being pervy and like, I'll let you pass on your rent if you give me the box. And then there's also if you let me slide on my rent,
I'll give you
You reached way back in the bottom shelf and pulled out box.
That was an old one.
Was it? There's a song.
I'm gonna say like it's definitely
But I
But
haven't
no.
heard like
the box.
Yeah. In like
Eat the box?
Yeah, I'm gonna say like I've
I've
definitely heard eat the box.
No,
like
not recently. I haven't.
I have.
I mean, people still say that.
Yeah, people definitely still say
How
that.
old, like 55?
No, they're around our age.
I'm like since the last time I actually heard that term.
You're 55.
Right.
So
You're representing that group, so.
demographic, old nigga, senior citizen face ass nigga, old fuck. I'm sorry. I was old. But yes, it is.
That's your demographic.
Shout to the 56 to 65 age group.
But no, like I was just trying to say, like, the situation in itself, I know that that's probably a thing. That's probably happening. However, it makes my skin crawl that it's like that one specific lady was like, yeah, let me talk to my landlord real quick, and he responded with a dick pic. Like I'd be like,
because like I said, there's motherfuckers out here that don't they had to do to make sure
you
they had
have
roof over their head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. Like that shit. That's just disgusting though.
Like you can't people that have done it to make sure their kids eat. They got a roof. They got a house to sleep in. I mean,
but what I'm saying is like you as the landlord, which means that
that point.
You run the building, and you think it's okay for you to push dick on people who are suffering right now due to this coronavirus pandemic. That, matter of fact, not that nobody saw it coming. Some people saw this shit coming. We just, a good majority of us let that shit phase past. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those. I saw coronavirus shit, but I was like, that's in China. It ain't gonna bring joy over here.
I said the same shit.
And like everything else that's either made over here or even a little bit, it's been ceased. It's been silenced. It's been like cut off. You've had 1 or 2 cases.
But the thing is, last year Trump was talking about it. He was talking about this shit last year. And it just so happened to happen. Like, I even think he was talking about, like, it ain't shit to worry about. So many people were.
When I heard that shit was in Chicago, I was like,
we weren't prepared.
Yeah,
like,
that's close.
When they said the U.S., I was like, everybody's gonna get it.
Like coronavirus has
all it needs to do is get here, and money, travel, it's over. Everybody can get it.
But landlords, if you're doing that, and if you're a landlord and you watch this and you do that, fuck you. You're grimy, you're dirty, and you need your ass whooped because
that's just not cool.
It's not cool at all.
They're just straight taking advantage of them.
It really is.
It's just I would say that it's sad, but it's like that's just the world that we live in. Like I've come to find that like you would think that people are good, you would literally give people the benefit of the doubt, and you would really try to see the good in people, and it's like they'll take advantage if you let
them give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yes, people call me pessimistic, but like I have a philosophy in life of DTA. I don't trust nobody. It's literally like a handful of people that I honestly can say in this world that I trust, and outside of that, I don't trust nobody. My mind going into some relationships, I'm expecting you to flip on me. Like I'm expecting you to turn. I'm already looking for it. You gotta prove to me that you ain't. Like you guilty until you prove yourself innocent in my eyes. And motherfuckers that do shit like this, same way.
It's just sad.
It's just
like,
fucked up. That motherfuckers' mentalities right now.
But on the flip. Ladies, what if your landlord was fine? What if your landlord was fine as hell, and you already been low key like, low key, give it up, I'm low key give him some the opportunity
he might go let this nugget pass.
So what would you do? I'm curious. Let us know. Like, what would you do? I'm trying to think. Like,
hey, Jerome. So,
mailman's name.
I know I'm late on May's rent, but what if, we...
Nah, you shouldn't even gotta leave on like that. Motherfucker, bat her eyes and get to talk to blah, blah, blah. And flirting. Well, I'm gonna be a little late, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so, wait. It's a body language and a voice that key in on all that shit.
It's a trend on TikTok of being like, huh?
Where's the code?
I don't know. There's another trend on TikTok that's like me practicing for, or like I'm sure y'all seen those videos on Facebook too, like me practicing for how I'm gonna, cash this stimulus check, or me practicing how I'm gonna, stun on niggas this summer, or me, stuff like that. So I imagine it being like me practicing like talking to my landlord, like here's like half, like something like real sexy, like here's like half the rent, you'll have the rest, whatever. But I think my landlord's fine anyway, so like I imagine the TikTok like that.
When the coronavirus is over, I am Mary J. Blige stepping the fuck out this house. When I say go Wayman, go Mary, I am Mary J. Blige stepping the fuck out this house into wherever we get ourselves into. Like, I don't do clubs like that, but I swear we're going. Yeah, but I'm saying that first weekend, I might go
another club,
at another
club,
go.
and
It's
another
just not
club,
the one.
and another club, and we don't even go to the club. But I'm trying to go to the club.
Y'all, this is all time, but the clubs in North Carolina, South Carolina, something like that, they all close at 2 a.m.
We got off topic too.
I know. I just said. I literally just said I didn't mean to get off topic.
No, you're good. You're good.
That's yeah.
We'll be right back here on the WEI'S World Drunkscast. We'll be right back with you. And we are back here on the WEI'S World Drunkscast, episode 12, On That Ass. The next thing that we about to talk about is how a man got let out of jail because of the coronavirus, because the good people didn't want him to get corona. So they was like, look, bro, you're in here for a non-violent offense. You got about 6 days left before you get out anyway. Let's go ahead and let you out on good, good behavior, good release, coronavirus, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Go ahead and get the fuck out of here. 24 hours later, he is right back in jail. We go to Chopper 7, Shane the Shooter 4, the report.
I'm gonna just pick up where you left off, and this article I'm showing, it's from ABC News. The guy's name is Joseph Edward Williams. He was released March 19, following the issuance of an administrative order aimed at lowering the risk of COVID-19 spread within the Hillsborough County Jail. Mm-hmm. Where's Hillsborough in Florida? Is this
Florida man. Florida man.
Yeah.
Florida
Tampa.
man.
Yeah, okay, so it says 7 days later he allegedly shot and killed someone in Tampa, Florida. He was arrested April 13th for second-degree murder, resisting an officer with violence, felon in possession of a firearm, possession of heroin, and possession of drug paraphernalia, authorities said. And his bail was set as $250,000.
So how the fuck do you kill somebody the day after you get out of jail?
Well, it says it was 7 days after.
Did you also go?
He got arrested 7 days after.
It said 7 days later he allegedly shot and killed someone in Tampa.
Well, I don't know what the Breakfast Club was talking about there. I don't know. They said it was the next day, but you just
it could be different. Different
It was
reports.
different reports of different shit. But regardless, how the fuck do you get out of jail? And we're gonna go with the very next day. I believe that one. Like, he did this shit the next day, 24 hours. So how the fuck did you get out of jail and then you killed somebody and then you found your ass right back in jail? Now you have a $250,000 bill, and
not to mention he had 35 charges prior to that. Apparently.
Up top.
Apparently.
He definitely did.
He had
35 prior charges.
So they let him go because he wasn't, his charge that he was in for wasn't really that bad.
The 35th charge
The
was
36 charge. I'm sorry, the 36 charge.
It was fucking murder.
the 36th charge was murder.
Yeah.
The 35th charge was him being in there for non-violent offense.
And 34 before that were just
whatever the fuck they were.
Whatever. And y'all saying that he just so happily committed 34, 35, 36 charges. Oh, he's a nice guy. We're going to let him out. Yeah, he's nice to you right now to get out.
But he already had prior.
He already had prior. If somebody just had 1 or 2 speeding tickets,
35
violent. Apparently they were violent.
And I'm all for, trying to get the people out of jail.
But 35.
35.
Which I got somebody in there for a dope case.
His age. That's how many offenses that man had. That's how many. Think about that.
I'm all for the jails letting out people, just kind of save them, because I know jails, they're obviously overpopulated. And with the virus going around, I think it's cool that they are, or I think it's respectable that they are, letting people out. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, are they...
Pay attention.
Are they reviewing the people they're letting out, or are they just letting people out?
No. Go.
Go. Unlocking people's cages.
You get free.
Has anybody seen Jarvis, the cannibal?
Damn it. We let him out.
He's having
He's missing. Oh, is that I let him out yesterday.
Who's the guy?
Because of the COVID. We got a cannibal on the loose.
Who's the guy that was shitting in the cell all day? Literally.
Now we got two problems on our hands. It's our attempted comedy.
I'm just saying, like, we actually.
Yeah,
No,
that was a good time.
Okay.
I should have said play us out.
Right.
No. We're not gonna sell you that moment. You actually had a decent attempt at that. We're not gonna sell it. Hey, fuck it. Look, right? I told you this is gonna be the episode that takes us to the moon. Damn, I don't know.
Somebody gonna say
I hate you. Ain't that Nicki Minaj and David Guetta?
Yes, it is. That
would I hate it. But that was that. And we are back. We will be right back here on the
just keep going.
We'll be right back here on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST after a word from our sponsor, the Anchor app. We'll be right back with you. Anchor app! How's everybody doing? It's your boy Way, host of the WEI'S WORLD podcast.
And your girl Shani the Shooter, co-host of the WEI'S WORLD podcast.
You can catch the WEI'S WORLD podcast every Monday through Wednesday by at least 3 p.m. on one of those days on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere that you get your local podcasts, and now
YouTube. Yeah.
We want to say thank you all for listening to the WEI'S WORLD podcast, and stay tuned for much more, because officially every episode from season 2 of the WEI'S WORLD podcast and every episode of season 2 of the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST will now be on YouTube. So once again, thank you all so much for listening, and stay tuned. And we are back here on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST. The next thing that we are going to talk about is a racist TikTok that's been going around. I'm going to put the video right here, also, as we do in every episode, or at least attempt to do in every episode. We put the script, we put like the links that we have and that we got for our articles down in the description, so you'll be able to get like the actual video of what happened, or like a better idea of what we're talking about down there.
Hey, today we're making... First we have... Black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty black.
Yeah. Next we have... Don't have a
I
dad.
have a dad? Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have... Eat watermelon and fried chicken.
Fried chicken,
Yeah.
watermelon? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
that's yeah.
Next one is make good choices. Let's see.
There's nothing there. Next we have... Rob people.
Specifically whites. Yeah, they do that.
Last one is...
Go to jail?
But there was a racist TikTok that hit the internet and spread very quickly. Now, I'm not somebody that's on TikTok like that. So again, we're going to refer to our lovely co-host, Shani the Shooter, for the information.
All right, so this is in Georgia, and I actually thought that these kids were in college, but they're in high school. So it's in Carlton, Georgia. 2 high school students have been expelled. So I'm trying to see if I can find people's names. I know one of the girl's name is like Stephanie something, and I guess her boyfriend. I don't see what years they are or anything like that. That's not really important. But basically, he's going to put the video in post, like he said. But just to kind of summarize the video, there's a trend on TikTok. And you've probably seen some of these videos on like Facebook and other social media platforms. But basically, in the video, you're at like a sink or you have like a bowl or whatever. And you're talking about like what you're making. And then you pour the water into like the bowl or into the sink, representing like how much of that you're pouring in to make, you know, kind of like how Powerpuff Girls made sugar, spice, everything nice. Create the Powerpuff
and everything nice.
Yes, that
These are the chemicals
exactly
to make the perfect little girls. But Professor Utonium added an extra chemical. Damn it! Fuck everything! I had it. I was
your mouth just did like, you know, the old karate movies.
Shut up! I'm so angry. I had a cadence. I'm done.
It's okay.
I'm a potato.
But yes, basically like the Powerpuff Girls. And so you have like what you're making. So it could be like,
shut up.
What you're making. Beautiful, you know, black women. So and you have like on the, so then you have your cups. And under the cup would be, the thing would say, I don't know, like melanin. And they toss the water in there. And then they'd have like natural hair, toss the water in there.
Weed.
Wait, is that a diss one that you're trying to do?
No.
He about to get dragged on YouTube.
Because I think you just tried it. I said natural hair.
I was trying to be funny.
But this one is a diss. This one is racist.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't.
So you were doing another one. Oh, you're trying to give another example of that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
Play me off, Johnny.
Flame my ass. I didn't do nothing wrong. Damn.
Anyway, so back to the example. Damn, you fucked up the example. I was trying to say, if somebody was trying to create a black woman, they would pour those things in there. Whatever. I'm not getting ready to go through all that. These two white kids, and yes, they're white. They did a video and they said, "We're making niggers," and on a piece of fucking paper in the sink it said niggers. So they were taking cups of water and throwing in disrespectful and racist shit in there. One of them was not having a father. One of them was robbing people, and the white dude was like, "Oh, robbing people? Yeah, they do that. Particularly whites threw the water in the sink." And then there was one that said makes good decisions, and they were like, "Oh, there's nothing in that cup." Ha! And then they were like, goes to jail, and they threw some water in there. Then the guy proceeds to fill the cup back up with water, throws more water in the sink, does it again, throws more water in the sink. Like, who the fuck are these kids? Who are they?
Why would they have thought that
that's gonna be okay?
What made them think
who raised
okay
you?
To do?
Who hurt you?
What's TK Kirkland? Shout out to him.
Who
raised you?
But I'm just like, when I seen that, my blood, anything racial, don't show it to me, because I can't. My blood and like will start to boil, and I start to try to figure out what the fuck can I do? Like, what can I do about this? But racism is not dead, so
yeah.
You know, there's not really too much that we can do about shit like this. But I was so pissed off when I saw this video, y'all. Like,
I was in shock. I was at work, y'all. Literally just got to talking to an employee of mine, and I just happened to scroll through because I was looking for a message, and then I saw it, and I was like, "Is this shit for real?"
I really didn't know about it.
Like, I literally was stuck. Like,
they had to let me know about that shit. I really didn't know about it.
I'm about to send this to somebody. If I'm saying this, if they seeing the same shit,
and
I'm
how
saying.
the fuck did TikTok how the fuck did TikTok not do that? Take it down immediately.
Exactly what they knew the hype that it was gonna catch on TikTok. Think about it.
They were trying to go viral. That's the thing. So they were trying to go viral on TikTok.
The TikTok, whoever came on TikTok, whatever, they knew the exact reason why not to take it down. You see how much attention it got in a matter of like literally two white kids being racist. Oh, we're not taking this down. Yeah, it's wrong, but we're not taking it down. That's ratings, money. They didn't take that motherfucker down for a reason.
I'm sure it's probably taken down.
Take it down now, but they got as many ratings as they could until they was told to take it down. And this is my
fucking TikTok. You get the Johnny Tales. Stupid asses.
I would have did the boom boom ba-dum.
They literally knew what the fuck they were doing. And this is just my opinion. If you disagree with me, so what? I don't give a fuck. But I think they did it for ratings. Like I said, not saying that they agree with the kids.
You mean TikTok?
But TikTok literally left it up because they knew the attention it was going to get.
And I don't know the specifics on how long the TikTok was up. It could
like I
have
said,
been.
that's just my opinion.
It could have been taken down the same day. I'm not 100% sure, but and I don't be on. I be on TikTok, but like not enough to. I didn't see this until I saw an article about it, and I was like, oh, for what?
And even taking it down ain't gonna do no good because it's
Everybody
out there.
seen it.
Like same way when Brian did this shit. When Brian did this shit. When he went to the movie and saw something and then posted something on YouTube or whatever, or Facebook or whatnot.
When he did a racist tweet.
He did a racist tweet and then like literally you delete it, it's not going to do anything.
Nothing. We in our
It's
areas
still
seen, it's been
there.
retweeted.
You're known for
it's
life for
screenshotted.
that. That's what you're known for in life. You could be the
Right.
best athlete, whatever,
The
in your
news
state,
people got
in
it.
Georgia. But you're known for being racist.
And they're like, she was. I saw a thing on Facebook that was like a picture of her, and it makes me think of this one picture I saw that it was like, I don't care how bad times get, I will never do this. And it was a picture of like one of those collage pictures of people crying and like taking Snapchats or like just like eyes all bloodshot because you've been crying and you're clearly going through it, and then you snap a picture like, you know, like I'm going through, like I would never do no shit like
That's a weak ass shit.
clout for being sad or like being depressed or whatever you're going through. Trying to get
trying
clout.
to be emo, like
You
shut
know,
your ass up.
like I would never, you know. So I saw a picture that was like, I would never do that. And that's what I was thinking of when I saw this. So apparently the girl, I know for a fact the girl's name is Stephanie. I don't know for sure what the boyfriend's name is or whatever.
I mean, Heffany.
But she was like, she took a picture that was only like half of her face, and it was like a tear, like tears coming down. And it's like, we've been getting death threats, and you guys please.
What
like,
the fuck did you think was going to
and all
happen?
sorts of sympathy. Like, bitch, you cannot be. Racism is something that you cannot play with. Period. And especially in this time and age, like, you can't.
I mean, comedians play with it, not trying to be funny. They do play with it, but they play with it in a different way. And they know what lines to cross and what not to cross.
Exactly.
That was a line you knew better growing up as a kid.
Exactly.
And you're a teenager, you still know better not to cross. That was a common sense line not to cross.
Ain't no comedian out here openly using the N-word like that. No white comedian.
No.
And if they are, their supporters are probably only white people or like Uncle Tom ass niggas that, you know, like, I don't know. But no really white comedian is out here using that word fluidly like that. So I don't even know why they even thought. And there's been history of high school students doing racial shit and being expelled and the same shit happening and everybody dragging them and people involved in the school administration and like trying to, you know, like, so y'all don't know about that? That's what kills me about shit like this. It's like people don't learn.
There was no smirking or kidding or anything.
Like,
they looked serious as fuck.
They were serious as fuck. They wanted to get attention on TikTok and they got it. And now they're getting death threats. And somebody's gonna whoop that ass.
Somebody probably gonna offer the white dude and actually beat the white girl. They probably won't really kill her, but like not to be funny, something's gonna happen. You know what? Actually, life will get them before anybody else will.
Karma's a bitch, y'all. Like y'all.
Black people are humans. We don't have to do anything to them. Just life will get them and eat them alive before we even have to touch them physically.
Exactly.
Mentally and emotionally, they'll be fucked up.
And if you don't, I don't know if their like plea is like, oh, we're not actually racist. We're just trying to be funny. But like, no, I feel like you probably are racist.
You're old enough to know. You're old enough to know better.
And going through life like that, you're not gonna make it very far anyway, because you only see, you know, like you. I don't know how to say that, but you only see like.
I feel bad for the parents. It's because I'm like, damn, you literally gotta. I feel bad for the parents. If I was a father, I'm like, you did what? Like, how can you even?
And you never know. Their parents might be like that.
Their parents might be like, but say if they're not, and you know they work with a whole bunch of black people, and now your kids is known for, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, they just fucked. They fucked up. They fucked up.
So Dan, is this how you feel about?
Is this how you talk about us when you go home to your family? You know,
it's not even like that.
And then, damn, daddy got beat up at work because I
lost his job or something. I'm gonna take your phone. I'm gonna take your computer. You finna be grounded for life. You might as well just run away now.
He's an asshole.
I didn't do anything.
You didn't have to.
You might as well just run away now.
You next.
I don't give a fuck. Y'all just took 12 minutes of y'all just going back and forth and me just sitting here. We'll be right back here on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST.
You weren't gonna give your opinion on it?
I didn't really have y'all said everything. Y'all said y'all literally went back and we're at 12:05. Y'all went back and forth, and then y'all went back and forth between the two. Oh yeah, but yeah, yeah.
So are you judging?
I'm not judging. What I'm saying is there's no more ground to cover. Y'all said everything. Y'all just that's why we just.
You can't even say like I agree with everything. I don't know. I just feel like are you like did you have nothing at all?
Everything I wanted to say, y'all said.
I be reiterating, y'all.
Sorry, bro. Oh, it was just like
Y'all got this. Y'all cool. We'll be right back here on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST. They said everything that needed to be said. We'll be right back here on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST with this outro. We're about to flip a coin because one of them is doing that too. We'll be right back here with you.
It's an outro.
We are here with the outro for the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST. Honestly, this has been the shortest episode in quite a while. We can normally fill up about an hour and a half worth of material. It's just with today's topics.
It's also 420 and we're trying to save. We got an episode of the podcast to shoot that's 420 related, so we didn't want to have two 420 episodes.
Yeah, y'all content.
Like y'all finally about to get the episode 7, the mega episode of Talking Sports with Wayne and Crony. That's being recorded tomorrow, or technically today. Also, the 420 episode for the WEI'S WORLD podcast is being recorded today. So that's why this particular Drunkcast, we didn't already hit you with damn near 3 hours of content between the last 2 episodes as is. So we thought that we give y'all, how would I say this? Like a palate cleanser. Something not too harsh, not too rough. Something just enough to kind of, ease you into like the next phase, because these next couple of episodes I feel like are going to be creme de la creme episodes. But this one is a more of an inviting episode. Like if you wanted to show somebody for the first time what the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST is about,
should we be on?
This would be a good intro episode. It's not one of our most hyper episodes, like where they're like, oh, they're doing too much, or it's not too subdued, where we're not doing enough.
We do a lot.
We do a lot. Like this one is definitely more middle ground. Like we've had some exciting moments on this episode. We've had some real chill moments on this episode. We've just, again, this episode is a palate cleanser for you. Just to cleanse your palate after we've been able to drop tons of flamethrower content. I was gonna make one of them do the outro, but
you got it.
But I do what I do. On today's episode, we talked about landlords asking for the poo nanny if you can't pay your rent tanny. A man committed murder after being released for about a day. And a racist TikTok. Stupid ass kids thought they were gonna go viral by saying nigger. I can say it, you can't if you're white. Or any other race. If you can't say it. If you're not black, you don't say that word.
Then black people ain't out here saying nigger.
I'm saying we're really not. Again, I'm just from the TikTok. But don't be racist on any platform. Don't be racist at all. Like, I don't see why it's so hard for motherfuckers to just get along.
That's just love.
Like, I don't see why that's so difficult, but apparently it is. Again, take a shot with us. We invite all races in all countries on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST, as well as the podcast, as well as Talking Sports with Wayne and Crony. We invite all ethnicities, all races, everybody here. Why? Because on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST, as well as our other podcasts, we want to give you comedy gold. We want to give you energy. We want you to be able to feel like a member of the family from the first time that you listen to us. We want you to be invited in. That's what we bring to you on the WEI'S WORLD DRUNKCAST. That was just some of the things that we talked about. I have been your boy Way. You can find me on Instagram at how_way_how. You can also find me on Instagram at WEI'S_WORLD93. Twitter, WEI'S World 93. Facebook, WEI'S World. You want to keep going?
No, I'm going with you.
Want to keep going?
I'm going with you.
And YouTube, the WEI'S World Podcast. You can find us also. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and everywhere else that you get your podcast listening experiences. And to my left,
You can find me on Snapchat, JLBECK1990. I changed my name. I changed my name. That's my snap. That's my
look
snap.
here, you machine.
I changed
you
it.
robot part.
Wow.
Due to technical
I
difficulties.
changed it.
Your Snapchat is.
I just said it. And I said it again.
You fucked up.
No.
Yes, you
Oh,
did.
wait, or you were serious?
I changed it.
It's BL quick letter I quick.
So what is your Snapchat name?
JLBECK1990.
JL Beck 1990.
JL Beck 1990.
That's what that's what it is.
And they can find you
on
also.
IG, Mr_T_up. And you can find me on Facebook as Joshua L. Beck Senior.
You can also hit him up on the WEI'S World page on Facebook, or drop a comment underneath this video if you want to talk to your boy or your boy.
Everybody want to talk.
Or
Girl.
your girl to my left, we have.
Yeah, I am your girl, Shani the Shooter. You can find me on Instagram at Shani the Shooter. You can find me on Facebook at Shani the Shooter. Y'all do not forget it's Shani the Shooter, but the E in the is the number 3 because somebody fucking has Shani the Shooter already as a page. So
Damn, really?
so just remember that if you can't find it, it's SHANNYTH3 SHOOTA. And I'm also on Twitter at Shani the Shooter, and I am on TikTok at The Shani Show. You won't catch me on there making no racist motherfucking TikToks. But you can catch me on there being too thick for these dances, but I still be learning them and having a good ass time. And I don't know, it's just a great way to stay in shape. Cause I be in there sweating learning these dances, boy. But it's fun. You should follow me.
Dance and do some Billy Blank workout, or some Thai bows and shit. Find out how much shape you are. You ask me, that motherfucker dying after
Sweating.
and a half. Like, God damn, these damn black them out. Look at there going the fuck off.
But any final thoughts about what we discussed today? Landlords asking for punane if you can't get the rentane. Man committing murder after being released from one day. And racist TikTok. Any final thoughts on one of these subjects?
I just need the world to
tell them something you pick and your final thoughts.
Mine is just covering all of them in the
No, you have to pick one.
My statement is general. My final thoughts are general, and they actually
How
can
mess up
be.
the game already?
It's not a game.
I set it up. You have to pick one specific and talk about it. I don't want it to be a general blanket statement, Madeline.
So, I don't know. I don't know now. I guess the racist TikTok.
That's where you was going anyway.
It wasn't, but I don't really have any final thoughts. I guess I can't get my shit together.
Okay, so what was your general final thought, dude?
Just telling everybody in the world to just calm down and just be safe in this coronavirus, and that's pretty much all we need to be worried about.
Stop that stupid shit. But
Topic and final thought.
I'm gonna do one of the racist kids. Stop being stupid. Just y'all. I know we stuck in the house. I know we can't do a lot of shit. But damn, don't do dumb shit. I mean, y'all, Damn.
If y'all was from the school, y'all would have did that. Like, y'all wouldn't be in as much trouble
Y'all
as y'all are.
wouldn't be nowhere near as much trouble.
They probably still did it.
They probably still did it, but I don't think they have too much time.
They have a lot of time on
to
it.
do actually dumb shit.
But it's kids that were in school doing like
True, but it wasn't
blackface and fucking with black kids.
Yeah.
And, you know, like.
But
while
still,
they
it's
were
just
in
like
school.
I don't know. It's just racism is not funny. You know, people have been killed and people have died and lives have been, you know, fucked up from racism, from a kid to an adult. There's some people to this day that are not here because they were brutally, mentally, physically battered because of the race that they are. And it's not, and I'm not just talking about amongst just black people, I'm talking about all races in general. But it's not a funny thing.
I just like, how dare you be like, I don't like you, or I don't fuck with you because your skin tone.
That makes no fucking sense.
I could understand if you like, I don't fuck with you because you a fucked up person. I don't fuck with you because you know?
Again, I don't know. This is a direct quote from Martin Luther King, but I know he said something paraphrasing. Judge me not by the color of my skin, but by my character. So,
Like,
again,
fuck.
real shit. The one that I want to cover is, y'all already know what the fuck it is. If you not gonna give up the nanny, you better pay that rentanny. I need my green, or I need to get in between, is the way that they were thinking about this situation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm about to say,
Y'all thought, right? Y'all thought, I
Is that your stance?
Gotcha. No. But for real though, they are grimy motherfuckers. You need to be exposed for your grime.
55.
You need to be cleansed from this deceit.
And sex don't even need to be on your motherfucking mind because it's the damn coronavirus.
We've already on this drunk cast alone. We've covered that scientists and fucking said you smoke, you get corona. You drink, you get corona. You breathe, you get corona. You walk, you get corona. You shake, you get corona.
You eat that butt, you get corona.
You eat the butt, you get corona.
You're fucking your tenants, you finna get the corona. You going in all them fucking houses.
Can you stop being a creep, a perv, and calm the fuck down? I hope no pervs watch this. I hope no creeps watch
Jack
this
off in the
shit.
dark corner.
But if you're one of those crazy motherfuckers, come on,
Shit together.
get your shit together.
Rub it all up. Get your shit together. Yeah.
Pack it up, store and sell it.
Get it together.
Get your shit together.
Get your shit together.
This has been episode 12 of the WEI'S World Drunkkast, the palate cleansing episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and you have yourself a good day if you're watching this in the day, and a good night if you're watching this at night.
Make sure to join us for our 420 WEI'S World podcast episode.
Well, this is coming out after the 420.
I'll be on the grill.
Oh, so that, well,
In the
I
country.
wouldn't have said anything about
Possibly,
today being
probably.
420 if there was no relevance.
No, it'll still be timestamped like for it being 420, but like this will be coming out afterward. This is just when it was recorded.
Oh, well,
It-
still, check it out.
Definitely. Still check it out. For real.
Get your shit together.
Happy 420.
Happy 420. Peace.